Halo, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to this presentation. My name is Baiq Erni Nirmala. I'm from class 3B and my student number is E1D 022068. Now, I'm going to present my material about syntax in linguistics. And here we already have 5 topics that will be discussed during this presentation. And for the first one is there is definition of syntax, and the second is about basic principles of syntax, and the third is about phrases, and the fourth clauses, and the last one is tree diagram. Now, let's start with the first topic. That is about definition of syntax. So, what is syntax? In a simple way, syntax is the study of sentence, but also there are expert opinion about syntax. Uh, Syntax is the study which is concerned with the way in which words can be combined together to form phrases and sentences, and it's concerned with the formation and interpretation of phrase and sentence. Also, syntax is parts of grammar that concern with the structure of phrases and sentences. Next, let's move to the second topic, and it is about basic principles of syntax. And here we have 5 basic principles of syntax. The first one is all sentences require a subject and verb. Next, a single sentence should include one main idea. And the third, the subject comes first and the verb comes second. And the fourth, subordinate clauses or dependent clauses also require a subject and a verb. And the last one is adjectives and adverbs go in front of the words they describe. And now we are in the third subtopic, and it is about praise. And here we are go directly with the type of praise. And there are 5 types of praise, and the first one is about noun praise. And definition of noun praise is a group of words with a noun as its head word. And then the second, verb praise. Verb phrase is a group of words with a verb as a head word. And next is adjective phrase. That is a group of words with which modifies noun. And then the fourth is adverb phrase, a group of words which functions like an adverb. And then the last is preposition phrase, a group of words that begins with preposition. And it is the example of type of praise. Here we have noun praise with the example, the young man threw the old dog a fish. And then example of adjective praise, she speaks quite serious. Next example of verb praise, he has been singing. And next adverb phrase with the example, he ran very quickly. And the last is preposition phrase. The example is, I know that man with the scar. Next, the third topic is about clause. Here, there is a definition about clause. And clause is a group of words containing a subject and a predicate and forming part of a compound or complex sentences. Now, let's move to the type of subordinate clause. We have 3 types of subordinate clause here. Let's start with the first one, and it is about noun clause. Noun clause is a group of words containing a finite verb and functioning like a noun. And then the second one is adjective clause. It's often called a relative clause since it usually relates back to a noun whose meaning it modifies. And the last we have adverbial clause. Adverbial clause functioning like another verb in giving information about when, where, how, or if an action occurred. So it is the example of type of subordinate clause. This is a noun clause with the example he said that he was tired. And then example of adjective clause, the dog which take my fish is an Alastian. And then the last is about adverbial clause. The example is when he arrived, we were all watching TV. Okay, here we go now. We are in the last topics and it is about tree diagram. We use tree diagram to make such analysis with the structure of the sentences. And here we already have the example of tree diagram with the sentence 2. The example of sentence is the chef cooks the soup, where in that sentence contains some of parts of speech. Let's see the example of tree diagram. There is a subject which divided into noun phrase and verb phrase. Specifically, noun phrase is divided into determiner the and noun. And then verb phrase is divided into verb and noun phrase. And again, noun phrase is divided into determiner and noun. And here are the explanation to make you more understand with the tree diagram. This is the it is included. It is mm, okay. Sorry. The is include determiner and chef is noun in parts of speech, and then cooks is a verb, and the is determiner and soup is noun. And it is the second example of tree diagram, but it's same like the first example, which the sentence has some parts of speech. And let's see here, the sentence, the ball often hits the tree and the man. And the is determiner, ball is noun, often is another verb, and hits is a verb. The is determiner and tree is noun. Next, and is conjunction. The is still determiner and last is man, it is noun. Okay, let's end this presentation with the conclusion. So, syntax is the study of the structure of sentence in a language, and syntax is the set of rules, principles, and process that govern sentence structure in a given language. And the last, syntax is a part of linguistic study that determines how words or phrases put together to form a sentence. Maybe that's all from me. I'm sorry if I made a mistake. Thank you and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.